Many women succeeds, many fail, some smiles, some are upset. The common features of human life. But here, you must not fail. You have to win. You have to overcome of all the obstacles you face in the path of your life. Have a strong determination. Anyway, how do you do, dear learners? I'm well. In the previous classes, I introduced myself, yet I do it again, especially for the new. As the assistant headmaster, I, Insaf Ahmed Abdullah, have been working in Balijuri FM High School, situated at Madarganj in Jamalpur. COVID-19, coronavirus, not only the name of a virus, it has become a challenge, a great threat to us. So, there's no alternative to staying home to keep yourself away from this hidden killer. Stay home, keep safe. However, we come to our main topic. Today I am going to discuss on such a topic that is greatly related to performing the verbs by the subject itself or not. I make it clear. I have here written two sentences. In the first sentence, the verb is do. If question, who do? I do. What's I? Here in the sentence, I is a subject. So, here we find that the subject performs the verb itself. But in the second, what's the verb? Read. Who read? Books read. No, it can't be. Books can't read. Books don't read. So, here we get the verb is not performed by the subject. The verb has been performed upon the subject, not by the subject. But here, subject directly performs the verb. So, dear learners, do tell, you tell, what should be our topic? And that is voice. Are you right? Am I right? I think both of us are right. And now, what's voice? From the discussion on the two sentences, we may define a voice. How? Voice is the form of the verb that indicates whether subject does the verb or performs the verb, or the verb has been performed upon the subject. Upon the subject. Already, we can understand there are two types of voice, and that is active and basic. What's active form of voice? The form of the verb. If the form of verb indicates whether subject does the verb or perform the verb, it is called the active form of voice. But passive is the form of verb that's not performed by the subject itself, that has been performed upon or to the subject. In the question paper, you are asked to change from active to passive or passive to active. I will write down a formula or structure while changing an active into passive. If we analyze the sentence, we get in an active form, we find such a form of verb. But if we want to change this active into passive, what should be the structure? Follow the structure. Object should be used as of subject. Then we need to use an auxiliary verb, especially verb. Then verb, main verb. But what should be the form of main verb? And that is past participle form. Then we have to write another object. If another. If we can understand clearly this structure, it will be helpful to change any active form into passive. Now, according to the structure, if we want to change this active form into passive, what should be? I will change it later. Before changing it, I want to discuss about what should be the auxiliary verb in a passive form of voice. We get to be verb. Here we use auxiliary verb as to be verb. What should be the probable to be verb? Be, being, being, in this sentence, auxiliary verb should be according to tense and number of subject. When you use the object as a subject, you have to use an auxiliary verb, and the auxiliary verb should be used as according to tense and number of subject. What tense it is? What's the number of subject? But then we come to what auxiliary verb should be used here. Be, being, unusual, was one. And if we get the sentence indefinite, maybe present indefinite or past indefinite, and there should be used be verb. From this be verb, in an indefinite tense, we will use an is. In the past indefinite, was what? Then continuous. In a continuous tense, there might be a be verb, and is was word. Then you use be after be verb. Be verb already exists in a continuous tense in an active form. Then we have to write be if we get the tense present continuous or past continuous. If we can understand that it's a perfect tense, maybe present perfect or past perfect. In a present perfect, we know that the auxiliary verb have, has are used, and after have, has, you should use be. Similarly, in the past perfect, we know there is an auxiliary verb had, and you should use being in a passive form after the have verb. Now we change this sentence into passive form. How? If we follow the structure, here object us. Here also an object us English. It's indirect object and it's a direct one. We always try to use the subject, the object as a subject, the indirect object as a subject. Now we change it into passive. Object as subject, us, we. Then auxiliary verb according to tense and number of the subject. What's the tense? Present indefinite. So you have to use an is according to tense or number of subject. Number we, so we have to use according to number of the subject. We are. Then past participle form of the main verb. Teach, taught. Then another object. If another object exists. English, subject. Then but subject as object, subject he, we should write the objective form of he is him. That's the way you will find a common structure, and if we can follow this structure serially, it will be more helpful to change an active form into passive. Students mostly mistakes to identify the object or parts of the object. How? Here I have written a sentence and to identify the object. I know. How can we identify the object? At first we have to know. He teaches us object. Teaches us English. If you ask the sentence, if you make the question of the sentence, what will be? What does he teach? If you ask the verb and subject, with what we will get the object. What does he teach? He teaches us English, so English is an object. We can, another way, ask with whom. If we ask in such way, especially with whom does he teach? He teaches us. Whom does he teach? He teaches us. So, us is an object. And we always ask subject and verb or the sentence with what or whom. Then we can find out easily the object as English. Now, parts of the object. What's parts of the object? From this phrase, the number of the students of class 9 and 10 of our school. I know. What do I know? I know specially, mainly indicated the number. I know the number. Home number of the students. Of which class? Class 9 and 10. Of which school? Our school. Our school belongs to class 9 and 10. Class 9 and 10 belongs to the students. The students belongs to the number. But here mainly the object is the number. If we find after the main object, after the object, if you find preposition of, and after of, if you find the number, then you also find of. And after that you find noun, then of, after of we find our school. And if you want to use the subject in the passive form, you should use the whole part as a subject in a passive form. The whole part. If you find of, then noun, of, then noun, of, then noun. you should write the whole part in a passive form as a subject. So we can write down the number of the students of class 9 and 10 of our school. Then we should use a be verb according to the tense, present independent tense is known, past participle form of main verb. Known. I have discussed about by, but after the no verb, we should use to. I will discuss later. To me. In this way, we will use the objective form. In a sentence, we may find objective form of a pronoun or a noun, but all the objective form may not be object. How? He sent a gift to me. Here, subject is main verb, sent, object a gift. This is the objective form of I, but here it's not the object of the verb sent. And I can, in easier word, I want to say that if you find preposition to except of, you will find any preposition except of, you have to write down the object as a subject up to a gift. And the object is a gift, not I. Because where we find after the object, we find two prepositions. Then was, as it is a past indefinite tense, a gift was sent to me, extension by him. You should be careful about using the object. From my experience, I saw that most of the students mostly mistakes the object. In the next part, I will show you. I will give you more exercise, and I will also make you understand what should be the passive form of a sentence, of an active form. So dear learners, that's enough for today. Allah Hafiz.